Millionaires know this secret. 95% don't. Today I'm revealing the one truth that can transform your life in 180 days. You, entrepreneurs, dreamers, seekers, feel that spark of ambition, that pulse of possibility, that burning desire for wealth, freedom, and purpose. For decades, I've lit up the airwaves, planting seeds of clarity, igniting flames of potential, and guiding souls to prosperity. But now I'm unveiling a secret so simple, so profound, yet so ignored. It's the key to billions. It's not in vaults, ledgers, markets, symphonies, or gardens. It's beaming in plain sight, within the radiant lighthouse of your mind. Welcome to the secret to wealth most people ignore. A journey to uncover why 95% stumble in the dark of scarcity, while the 5% shine in the light of abundance. Smash the like button if you're ready to hack your mind for millions. Let me share 6 moments that lit my path. In 1920, a mentor in Long Beach said, "Earl, shine thoughts of wealth, and prosperity will glow." In 1940, a fan wrote, "Earl, I was a broke clerk until your words beamed my dreams. My shop thrives." In 1960, a listener shared, "Earl, I was lost, but your advice lit my future. My business soars." In 1980, an attendee said, "Earl, your voice gave me courage to shine my legacy. My firm employs hundreds." In 2000, a writer wrote, "Earl, your wisdom helped me be my vision. My books inspire millions." In 2025, a visionary emailed, "Earl, your words lit my AI startup. It's valued at millions." These moments, 1920 mentor, 1940 clerk, 1960 listener, 1980 attendee, 2000 writer, 2025 visionary, prove a timeless law. You become what you think about most of the time. The secret to wealth most people ignore is this. Your thoughts are the light of your prosperity, and your mind is the lighthouse where wealth shines eternal. Pause, my friends, in this electric moment, and feel the radiant power of your beacon soul. Ask, what light am I beaming? Fear or courage? Lack or abundance? Doubt or clarity? Shadows or brilliance? Am I dimming my potential or igniting my destiny? Wealth isn't a prize you chase. It's a beacon you shine through deliberate thought. Most ignore this, chasing get-rich-quick schemes, blaming fate, or dimming their light in despair. But you, my friend, are the lighthouse of your wealth. Picture your mind as a lighthouse, beaming across a stormy sea. What light are you shining today? Scarcity or prosperity? Mediocrity or greatness? I challenge you to beam an abundance light. Spend 15 minutes writing, "My wealth shines with thought." For 7 days, journal, "My light glows eternal." Ask, what light will I beam today? What glow will I cast? What brilliance will I radiate? What beacon will I ignite? An African proverb says, "The mind lights the path of fate." A Brazilian teaching declares, "Thoughts are beams of eternity." An Irish wisdom states, "The soul's lighthouse guides forever." An Indian saying whispers, "The heart's glow shapes destiny." A Jewish proverb affirms, "A bright mind builds a bright life." A Greek maxim declares, "The light of thought carves the future." Join me, my friends, and let's shine the secret that transforms your life. Comment your first light now. What thought will you beam tonight? Tag a friend to join this journey. Your prosperity, my friends, is a lighthouse, each thought a beam, each choice a glow, each action a radiance. The 5% shine this lighthouse, crafting wealth where others falter in darkness. In 1920, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice taught me to beam. My shop glows." His clarity was his light, his wealth his radiance. I challenge you to shine your prosperity. Right? My prosperity is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What prosperity will I shine today? Journal. My lighthouse is eternal. Share this radiance. What light will you cast? Smash the like button if you're shining. Your mind is a beacon, my friends. Each thought a ray, each focus a glow. The 5% master this beacon, creating wealth where others stumble in shadows. In 1960, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice taught me to shine. My business thrives. Her clarity was her ray, her wealth her glow. I challenge you to master your beacon. Right? My mind beams dream, and I radiate action. For 7 days, reflect. What glow will I cast today? Journal. My beacon is boundless. Share this glow. What ray will you shine? Subscribe for more mindset hacks. Your destiny is a lighthouse. My friends, each thought a beam, each action a radiance. The 5% shine this destiny, weaving wealth where others unravel in darkness. In 1980, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice taught me to beam. My firm shines. His clarity was his beam, his wealth his light. I challenge you to shine your destiny. Right? My destiny is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What destiny will I shine today? Journal. My light is timeless. Share this destiny. What brilliance will you radiate? Hit that bell icon to stay lit. Your potential is a beam, my friends. Each thought a spark, each effort a glow. The 5% ignite this beam, growing wealth where others let it dim. In 2000, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice taught me to shine. My books inspire. Her clarity was her spark, her wealth her radiance. I challenge you to ignite your potential. Right? My potential is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What potential will I ignite today? Journal. My beam is infinite. Share this potential. What spark will you shine? Share this video to light up someone's life. Your vision is a glow, my friends. Each thought a flicker, each purpose ablaze. The 5% fuel this glow, crafting wealth where others fade in gloom. In 2025, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice taught me to radiate. My AI startup soars. His clarity was his flicker, his wealth his blaze. I challenge you to fuel your vision. Right? My vision is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What vision will I radiate today? Journal. My glow is eternal. Share this vision. What blaze will you ignite? Comment below. Let's glow together. What is wealth, my friends? Most think it's money, a fat bank account, a mansion, a private jet. But true wealth is freedom to chase your dreams, joy in meaningful work, power to change lives, peace in a life well lived. Money is just the tool. The treasure is purpose. The 95% chase the tool, ignoring the treasure, betting on lotteries, envying influencers, or waiting for a viral TikTok. The 5% know wealth starts in a mind, where thoughts of abundance paint canvases, flow as rivers, weave tapestries, compose symphonies, plant gardens, and beam lighthouses of opportunity. The 95% think in scarcity. I can't afford it. It's too risky. I'm not Mr. Beast. Their minds are dark seas, stormy with limitation. The 5% think in abundance. How can I create it? What can I learn? What's my next viral step? Their minds are radiant lighthouses, blazing with possibility. In 1925, a worker wrote, Earl, I thought I'd toil forever. Your words lit abundance. My shop thrives. In 1935, a parent wrote, Earl, I was broke until I thought richly. My family prospers. In 1955, an entrepreneur wrote, Earl, your wisdom built my firm. In 1975, a freelancer wrote, Earl, your voice launched my career. In 1995, a coach wrote, Earl, your advice grew my practice. In 2025, a visionary wrote, Earl, your words lit my AI startup. Psychology shows abundant thinking boosts success by 25%, self-efficacy by 33%, cognitive dissonance shapes choices by 42%, hope theory lifts outcomes by 31%, visualization priming enhances performance by 36%, intrinsic motivation drives success by 29%, and neuroplasticity rewires brains for wealth by 34%. I challenge you to beam an opportunity light. Right. My wealth shines because I choose abundant thoughts. For 7 days, journal. Today, I beamed opportunity by action. Add. My self-efficacy is action. Add. My motivation is action. Add. My visualization is action. Add. My hope is action. Ask. What opportunity will I beam today? What possibility will I radiate? What brilliance will I ignite? Share this light in the comments. What abundance will you shine? Tag a friend to join the glow. The 5% paint canvases of dreams. My friends, their thoughts vibrant colors where others see gloom. Their focus is a brush, their purpose a masterpiece. In 1925, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice painted my canvas, my shop glows. His clarity was his stroke, his wealth his art. I challenge you to paint this canvas. Right? My dream is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What dream will I paint today? Journal. My canvas is boundless. Share this canvas. What color will you paint? Like this video if you're dreaming big. The 5% channel rivers of opportunity. My friends, their thoughts flowing where others stagnate. Their clarity is a current, their wealth a tide. In 1955, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice freed my river. My firm thrives. Her clarity was her flow, her wealth her surge. I challenge you to channel this river. Right? My opportunity is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What opportunity will I flow today? Journal. My river is infinite. Share this river. What tide will you ride? Subscribe for more wealth hacks. The 5% weave tapestries of possibility. My friends, their thoughts threads of impact where others unravel. Their purpose is a loom, their wealth a fabric. In 1975, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice wove my tapestry. My career shines. His clarity was his thread, his wealth his weave. I challenge you to weave this tapestry. Right? My possibility is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What possibility will I weave today? Journal. My tapestry is eternal. Share this tapestry. What thread will you weave? Hit that bell for daily inspiration. The 5% compose symphonies of abundance. My friends, their thoughts melodies of progress where others silence their potential. Their clarity is a score, their wealth a harmony. In 1995, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice composed my abundance. My practice prospers. Her clarity was her note, her wealth her symphony. I challenge you to compose this symphony. Right? My abundance is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What abundance will I compose today? Journal. My symphony is timeless. Share this symphony. What melody will you play? Share this video to spread the vibe. The 5% cultivate gardens of growth. My friends, their thoughts seeds of impact where others neglect their soil. Their purpose is a garden, their wealth a bloom. In 2025, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice planted my growth. My startup soars. His clarity was his seed. His wealth his harvest. I challenge you to cultivate this garden, right? My growth is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What growth will I plant today? Journal. My garden is eternal. Share this garden. What seed will you sow? Comment below. Let's grow together. There's a timeless law, my friends, as certain as gravity. You become what you think about most of the time. Your thoughts shape your reality. Your habits carve your destiny. Your beliefs beam your wealth. Think of lack, and you'll see darkness. Think of abundance, and you'll find light. This is the science of the mind. Your subconscious is a loyal beacon, shining whatever you focus on most vividly. One mistake cost her millions. What was it? She dimmed her light with doubt. Don't make that mistake, my friends. In 1930, a clerk wrote, Earl, I was stuck, but your broadcast taught me to beam growth. My store feeds my family. In 1950, a teacher wrote, Earl, my thoughts lit my school. In 1970, an innovator wrote, Earl, my mind radiated my invention. In 1990, a startup founder wrote, Earl, my clarity launched my tech firm. In 2010, a mentor wrote, Earl, my vision grew my legacy. In 2025, a leader wrote, Earl, my thoughts lit my AI empire. John Jacob Astor thought of trade. His fortune shaped America. Helena Rubinstein thought of beauty. Her cosmetics empire glowed. Michael Dell thought of access. Dell revolutionized tech. Reed Hastings thought of streaming. Netflix changed entertainment. Melinda Gates thought of impact. Her foundation uplifted billions. Brian Chesky thought of connection. Airbnb redefined travel. Their thoughts were their light, their wealth their radiance. Studies show goal setters achieve 30% more. To shine wealth, adopt these habits. Gratitude. Write 3 things you're thankful for daily. Gratitude brightens your beacon. Goal setting. Define one clear goal each morning. Clarity beams your purpose. Belief. Ask, do I believe I'm capable of wealth? Belief fuels your light. Clarity. Ask, what value can I offer today? Purpose radiates your prosperity. I challenge you to journal. My mind beams wealth when I think thought. Write this nightly for 7 days. Then note, today, I radiated abundance by action. Add, my belief is action. Add, my clarity is action. Add, my resilience is action. Add, my purpose is action. Ask, what light will I beam today? What glow will I cast? What brilliance will I radiate? Share this light in the comments. What ray will you shine? Tag a friend to light up their life. Belief paints the colors of your wealth. My friends, each conviction a hue, each trust a shade. Every steadfast thought strengthens your lighthouse. Each choice brightens your canvas. In 1930, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice fueled my belief. My store glows. His clarity was his color, his wealth his art. I challenge you to paint this belief. Write, my belief is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What belief will I paint today? Journal. My belief is boundless. Share this belief. What color will you paint? Like this video if you believe in your wealth. Clarity crafts the brushstrokes of your wealth. My friends, each goal a line, each focus a stroke. Every clear thought strengthens your canvas. Each purpose enhances your lighthouse. In 1970, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice taught me clarity. My invention shines. Her clarity was her stroke. her wealth, her art. I challenge you to craft this clarity. Right? My clarity is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What clarity will I paint today? Journal. My clarity is infinite. Share this clarity. What stroke will you craft? Subscribe for more clarity hacks. Grit weaves the threads of your wealth. My friends, each challenge a fiber, each recovery a stitch. Every persistent thought strengthens your tapestry. Each action elevates your lighthouse. In 1990, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice taught me grit. My startup glows." His clarity was his thread, his wealth his fabric. I challenge you to weave this grit. Right? My grit is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What grit will I weave today? Journal. My grit is eternal. Share this grit. What thread will you weave? Hit that bell to stay gritty. Resilience composes the notes of your wealth. My friends, each setback a chord, each recovery a melody. Every bold thought strengthens your symphony. Each action enriches your lighthouse. In 2010, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice taught me resilience. My legacy shines." Her clarity was her note, her wealth her harmony. I challenge you to compose this resilience. Right? My resilience is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What resilience will I compose today? Journal. My resilience is timeless. Share this resilience. What melody will you play? Share this video to inspire resilience. Purpose plants the seeds of your wealth. My friends, each intention a seedling, each effort a bloom. Every focused thought strengthens your garden. Each action fuels your lighthouse. In 2025, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice taught me purpose. My AI empire soars." His clarity was his seed, his wealth his harvest. I challenge you to plant this purpose. Right? My purpose is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What purpose will I plant today? Journal. My purpose is eternal. Share this purpose. What seed will you sow? Comment below. Let's plant purpose together. Let's meet those who mastered this secret, my friends. Henry Ford painted cars for all. Ford Motor Company changed the world. Andrew Carnegie wove steel. His libraries left impact. Oprah Winfrey composed connection. Her empire empowered millions. Steve Jobs orchestrated creativity. Apple reshaped tech. Madam C.J. Walker planted empowerment. Her hair care empire uplifted women. Ray Kroc wove scale. McDonald's fed billions. Estee Lauder composed beauty. Her brand redefined elegance. Jack Ma orchestrated connection. Alibaba reshaped commerce. John Wanamaker painted retail. His stores pioneered marketing. Sam Walton wove access. Walmart revolutionized retail. Ariana Huffington composed impact. HuffPost reshaped media. Kevin Systrom planted connection. Instagram linked billions. Damon John wove hustle. Fubu redefined fashion. Marshall Field painted service. His stores set standards. Ingvar Kamprad planted simplicity. IKEA furnished the world. Vera Wong wove elegance. Her designs redefined fashion. Larry Page composed knowledge. Google organized information. Serena Williams planted resilience. Her legacy transcends tennis. Reed Hastings orchestrated access. Netflix revolutionized entertainment. Sears Roebuck painted catalogs. His empire brought goods to homes. J.K. Rowling wove stories. Harry Potter enchanted billions. Mark Cuban composed hustle. His ventures redefined wealth. Taylor Swift planted authenticity. Her music rules the world. Mr. Beast orchestrated impact. His YouTube empire inspires millions. Sundar Pichai composed Scale. Google's reach is unmatched. Whitney Wolfe Herd planted empowerment. Bumble transformed relationships. In 1935, a mechanic wrote, Earl, I was broke. Your advice made me think like Ford. My shop grew. In 1955, a nurse wrote, Earl, I thought like Winfrey. My clinic thrives. In 1975, a chef wrote, Earl, I dreamed like Lauder. My restaurant shines. In 1995, a designer wrote, Earl, I believe like Sistrum. My brand grows. In 2005, a consultant wrote, Earl, I planted like Camprad. My firm prospers. In 2015, an advisor wrote, Earl, I compose like Swift. My legacy glows. In 2025, a founder wrote, Earl, I beamed like Mr. Beast. My startup soars. These giants didn't chase money. They beamed value, and wealth followed. I challenge you to journal. My vision is dream, and I'll serve by action. Ask, what value will I beam today? What impact will I radiate? What legacy will I ignite? Share this vision in the comments. What dream will you shine? Tag a friend to join the movement. The 5% beam visions of disruption. My friends, their thoughts rays of change where others see gloom. Their purpose is a lighthouse, their wealth a radiance. In 1935, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice showed me disruption. My shop thrives. His clarity was his ray, his wealth his glow. I challenge you to beam this vision, right? My disruption is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What disruption will I beam today? Journal. My vision is eternal. Share this vision. What disruption will you shine? Like this video if you're a disruptor. The 5% craft legacies of influence. My friends, their actions beams of impact where others falter. Their focus is a canvas, their wealth a masterpiece. In 1995, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice taught me influence. My brand shines. Her clarity was her beam, her wealth her radiance. I challenge you to craft this legacy, right? My influence is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What influence will I beam today? Journal. My legacy is boundless. Share this legacy. What influence will you radiate? Subscribe for more legacy tips. The 5% compose symphonies of impact. My friends, their thoughts melodies of change where others silence their potential. Their clarity is a score, their wealth a harmony. In 2005, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice taught me impact. My firm prospers. His clarity was his note, his wealth his symphony. I challenge you to compose this symphony, right? My impact is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What impact will I compose today? Journal. My symphony is timeless. Share this symphony. What impact will you play? Hit that bell to stay impactful. The 5% cultivate gardens of innovation. My friends, their thoughts seeds of change where others neglect their soil. Their purpose is a garden, their wealth a bloom. In 2015, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice taught me innovation. My legacy glows. Her clarity was her seed, her wealth her harvest. I challenge you to cultivate this garden, right? My innovation is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What innovation will I plant today? Journal. My garden is eternal. Share this garden. What innovation will you sow? Share this video to spark innovation. The 5% shine lighthouses of service. My friends, their thoughts beams of value where others dim their potential. Their clarity is a beacon, their wealth a radiance. In 2025, a listener wrote, Earl, Your voice taught me service. My startup soars. His clarity was his beam, his wealth his glow. I challenge you to shine this lighthouse. Right? My service is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What service will I beam today? Journal. My lighthouse is eternal. Share this lighthouse. What service will you radiate? Comment below. Let's serve together. Why do 95% miss this secret, my friends? They're trapped in storms society brews. First, fear of failure dims their light. In 1925, a driver wrote, "Earl, I fear my business. Your words gave courage. My fleet grows." Second, scarcity blinds them, hoarding pennies. Third, they chase money, not value, scrolling for crypto tips. Fourth, they cling to survival, not growth. Fifth, distractions, reels, posts cloud their beacon. Sixth, comparison dims their glow. Seventh, perfectionism stalls them. Eighth, validation binds them. Ninth, procrastination delays them. 10th, fear of success halts them. 11th, impatience derails them. 12th, overthinking paralyzes them. 13th, isolation confines them. 14th, materialism blinds them. 15th, entitlement limits them. 16th, fear of change freezes them. 17th, self-doubt darkens them. 18th, complacency stalls them. 19th, dependency weakens them. 20th, short-term thinking limits them. 21st, fear of criticism silences them. 22nd, victim mindset traps them. 23rd, fear of uncertainty clouds them. In 1945, a writer wrote, "Earl, I fear the unknown. Your advice lit my path." 24th, lack of discipline dims them. In 1965, a scientist wrote, "Earl, I lack focus. Your wisdom steadied me." 25th, chasing trends misguides them. In 1985, an educator wrote, "Earl, I chase fads. Your clarity grounded me." 26th, ignoring intuition blinds them. In 1995, an artist wrote, "Earl, I ignore my gut. Your voice freed me." 27th, burnout exhausts them. In 2005, a coach wrote, "Earl, I burned out. Your words revived me." 28th, fear of success sabotages them. In 2015, a parent wrote, "Earl, I feared winning. Your advice empowered me." 29th, self-sabotage dims them. In 2025, an entrepreneur wrote, "Earl, I tripped myself. Your wisdom lifted me." 30th, lack of gratitude darkens them. In 1975, a consultant wrote, "Earl, I forgot to give thanks. Your voice reminded me." The 95% trade time for dollars. The 5% trade value for wealth. I challenge you to journal. My trap is habit, and I'll beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What trap will I avoid today? What shadow will I dispel? Add, my uncertainty is habit, and I beam action. Add, my indiscipline is habit, and I beam action. Add, my burnout is habit, and I beam action. Add, my self-sabotage is habit, and I beam action. Ask, what storm will I clear? Share this action in the comments. What mindset will you relight? Tag a friend to break free. Uncertainty casts shadows, my friends, dimming the glow of your lighthouse. It's not caution, it's paralysis. In 1945, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice cleared my shadows. My books shine." His clarity was his ray, his wealth his radiance. I challenge you to clear this shadow, right? My uncertainty is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What shadow will I clear today? Journal. My confidence is eternal. Share this confidence. What shadow will you dispel? Like this video if you're beating uncertainty. Indiscipline is a trap, my friends, dimming the beams of your progress. It's not freedom, it's chaos. In 1965, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice freed my trap. My research thrives." Her clarity was her beam, her wealth her glow. I challenge you to free this trap. Right. My indiscipline is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What trap will I free today? Journal. My discipline is boundless. Share this discipline. What trap will you escape? Subscribe for discipline hacks. Trends are a mirage, my friends, obscuring the light of your purpose. It's not progress, it's distraction. In 1985, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice cleared my mirage. My school prospers." His clarity was his ray, his wealth his radiance. I challenge you to clear this mirage. Right. My trend chasing is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What mirage will I clear today? Journal. My focus is timeless. Share this focus. What mirage will you dispel? Hit that bell to stay focused. Doubt forges chains, my friends, dimming the glow of your dreams. It's not caution, it's confinement. In 1995, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice broke my chains, my art shines." Her clarity was her beam, her wealth her radiance. I challenge you to break these chains, right? My doubt is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What chain will I break today? Journal. My courage is infinite. Share this courage. What chain will you shatter? Share this video to break free. Burnout grows weeds, my friends, choking the blooms of your potential. It's not effort, it's exhaustion. In 2005, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice uprooted my weeds. My coaching prospers." His clarity was his seed, his wealth his harvest. I challenge you to uproot this weed. Right. My burnout is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What weed will I uproot today? Journal. My balance is eternal. Share this balance. What weed will you clear? Comment below. Let's beat burnout. Fear of success dims your lighthouse, my friends, muting the radiance of your potential. It's not humility, it's sabotage. In 2015, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice freed my fear. My legacy glows." Her clarity was her ray, her wealth her radiance. I challenge you to free this fear. Right. My fear of success is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What fear will I free today? Journal. My success is timeless. Share this success. What fear will you overcome? Like this video if you're ready to win. Daily practices for wealth. Wealth is a habit, my friends, not a viral fluke. The 5% shine their minds daily, beaming lights that grow into prosperity. Here are practices to light up your wealth. Visualization. Spend 5 minutes nightly picturing your wealthy life. Your startup, freedom, impact. Visualization boosts achievement by 36%. Journaling. Write one goal daily, then note, I took action toward it. Journaling sharpens your beacon. Intentional reading. Read 10 pages daily from books like The Science of Getting Rich or As a Man Thinketh. Wisdom fuels your light. Mindfulness. Spend 5 minutes in silence, asking, what thought serves my wealth? Mindfulness clears your canvas. Networking. Connect with one person weekly who inspires growth. Relationships beam opportunities. Morning rituals. Start each day with 10 minutes of planning, gratitude, or meditation. Rituals ignite your lighthouse. Feedback seeking. Ask one person monthly, how can I improve? Feedback refines your glow. Risk-taking. Take one small risk weekly. Pitch an idea. Invest $1. Courage radiates your wealth. Digital detox. Unplug for 1 hour weekly to focus. Balance clears your beacon. Legacy planning. Write one sentence monthly about your legacy. Vision sustains your light. Affirmations reframing. Reframe one negative thought daily into a positive question, e.g., why am I broke? Becomes, how can I create wealth? Reframing boosts mindset by 28%. Emotional journaling. Write one emotion daily and how it shaped your actions. Awareness stabilizes your glow. In 1935, a baker wrote, "Earl, your advice to journal changed me. My bakery doubled." In 1955, a tailor wrote, "Earl, rituals grew my shop." In 1975, a consultant wrote, "Earl, networking built my firm." In 1995, a coach wrote, "Earl, risk-taking fueled my practice." In 2005, a mentor wrote, "Earl, feedback shaped my legacy." In 2015, a leader wrote, "Earl, detoxing cleared my vision." In 2025, a visionary wrote, "Earl, emotional journaling lit my empire." Start tonight. Visualize your success. Journal. My goal is dream, and I acted by step. Read a page. Reflect. Today, I beamed wealth by thought. Do this for 30 days, and watch your lighthouse glow. Share this habit in the comments. What practice will you beam? Tag a friend to join the challenge. The 5% embrace rituals. My friends, beaming rays of focus in their lighthouses. Rituals aren't routine, they're power. In 1935, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice taught me rituals. My bakery thrives." Her clarity was her ray, her wealth her radiance. I challenge you to beam this ritual. Right? My ritual is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What ritual will I beam today? Journal. My ritual is eternal. Share this ritual. What focus will you ignite? Like this video for daily rituals. The 5% seek feedback, my friends, beaming rays of growth in their lighthouses. Feedback isn't criticism, it's clarity. In 1975, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice taught me feedback. My firm shines." His clarity was his ray, his wealth his glow. I challenge you to beam this feedback, right? My feedback is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What feedback will I seek today? Journal. My growth is boundless. Share this growth. What clarity will you gain? Subscribe for growth hacks. The 5% compose symphonies of risk. My friends, beaming melodies of courage in their lighthouses. Risk isn't recklessness, it's progress. In 2005, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice taught me risk. My legacy glows." Her clarity was her note, her wealth her harmony. I challenge you to compose this symphony. Right? My risk is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What risk will I compose today? Journal. My symphony is timeless. Share this symphony. What courage will you play? Hit that bell for bold moves. The 5% cultivate gardens of balance, my friends, beaming seeds of calm in their lighthouses. Balance isn't rest, it's harmony. In 2015, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice taught me balance. My vision prospers." His clarity was his seed, his wealth his harvest. I challenge you to cultivate this garden, right? My balance is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What balance will I plant today? Journal. My garden is eternal. Share this garden. What harmony will you sow? Share this video for balance tips. The 5% shine lighthouses of legacy, my friends, beaming rays of impact in their beacons. Legacy isn't fame, it's purpose. In 2025, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice taught me legacy. My empire soars." Her clarity was her ray, her wealth her radiance. I challenge you to shine this lighthouse. Right? My legacy is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What legacy will I beam today? Journal. My lighthouse is eternal. Share this legacy. What impact will you radiate? Comment below. Let's build legacies. Wealth is more than money, my friends. It's freedom, peace, and the power to live your truth. True wealth aligns your inner lighthouse with your outer world, your thoughts with your actions, your purpose with your impact. It's the thrill of waking with clarity, the calm of walking your path, the joy of giving generously. One entrepreneur in 2025 nearly lost it all. What saved her? She realigned her beacon with purpose. Don't lose your light, my friends. Your mind is a river, flowing from the source of your thoughts to the ocean of your reality. Keep that source pure with gratitude, clarity, and service, and your river will shine rich. In 1925, a shopkeeper wrote, "Earl, I thought wealth was cash. Your words taught me it's freedom. My store gives purpose." In 1945, a musician wrote, "Earl, my thoughts beam peace. My songs inspire." In 1965, a parent wrote, "Earl, my clarity brought calm. My family thrives." In 1985, an activist wrote, "Earl, my purpose fueled my movement." In 2005, a visionary wrote, "Earl, my vision lit my legacy." In 2025, a mentor wrote, "Earl, my faith grew my empire." Wealth is a river, not a dam. Let it flow through disciplined thought and radiant action. I challenge you to reflect. My wealth is freedom to purpose. Write this nightly for 7 days, then journal. Today, I align my thoughts by action. Add, my peace is action. Add, my purpose is action. Add, my faith is action. Add, my clarity is action. Ask, what peace will I beam today? What freedom will I radiate? What faith will I ignite? Share this reflection in the comments. What freedom will you shine? Tag a friend to find their peace. Your intention is a river, my friends, flowing from the spring of your thoughts to the sea of your impact. Every clear thought strengthens this current. Each action deepens its glow. In 1945, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice channeled my river. My songs shine." His clarity was his current, his wealth his tide. I challenge you to channel this river. Write, my intention is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What intention will I flow today? Journal. My river is infinite. Share this intention. What river will you channel? Like this video for intentional living. Purpose brings peace, my friends, beaming your inner canvas with your outer lighthouse. Every disciplined thought strengthens this harmony. Each choice elevates its calm. In 1965, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice taught me purpose. My family prospers." Her clarity was her ray, her wealth her radiance. I challenge you to beam this peace. Right? My purpose is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What peace will I beam today? Journal. My peace is boundless. Share this peace. What harmony will you radiate? Subscribe for purpose-driven tips. Clarity crafts harmony, my friends, weaving your inner tapestry with your outer lighthouse. Every focused thought strengthens this alignment. Each action elevates its glow. In 1985, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice taught me clarity. My movement thrives. His clarity was his thread, his wealth his fabric. I challenge you to weave this harmony. Right? My clarity is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What clarity will I weave today? Journal. My harmony is timeless. Share this harmony. What clarity will you shine? Hit that bell for clarity hacks. Serenity blooms in your garden, my friends, beaming seeds of calm in your lighthouse. Every reflective thought strengthens this peace. Each action nurtures its glow. In 2005, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice taught me serenity. My legacy prospers. Her clarity was her seed, her wealth her harvest. I challenge you to cultivate this serenity. Right? My serenity is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What serenity will I plant today? Journal. My serenity is eternal. Share this serenity. What peace will you sow? Share this video for serenity tips. Faith shines your lighthouse. My friends, beaming rays of trust in your beacon. Every bold thought strengthens this glow. Each action fuels its radiance. In 2025, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice taught me faith. My empire soars. His clarity was his ray, his wealth his radiance. I challenge you to shine this lighthouse, right? My faith is vision, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What faith will I beam today? Journal. My lighthouse is eternal. Share this faith. What trust will you radiate? Comment below. Let's shine faith together. Obstacles are the storms in your lighthouse, my friends, but the 5% don't curse them. They relight them. Fear, doubt, rejection. These are tests of your beacon. Thomas Edison faced thousands of failures before his light bulb glowed. J.K. Rowling's manuscript was rejected a dozen times before Harry Potter shone. In 1935, a clerk wrote, Earl, my job stalled, but your words relit it. My business thrives. In 1955, a chef wrote, Earl, my kitchen failed, but your advice grew it. It's a chain. In 1975, a lawyer wrote, Earl, my case faltered, but your wisdom pivoted me. It's renowned. In 1995, a parent wrote, Earl, my dream stalled, but your clarity freed me. My family prospers. In 2005, an entrepreneur wrote, Earl, my startup struggled, but your voice lit it. My firm grows. In 2015, a founder wrote, Earl, my vision faltered, but your advice glowed it. My legacy shines. In 2025, a coach wrote, Earl, my mission dimmed, but your words radiated it. My empire soars. The 95% see storms as darkness. The 5% see them as new lights. When fear arises, ask, what can I learn? When doubt creeps in, ask, what do I believe? When rejection stings, ask, what's my next step? Resilient thinkers succeed 30% more. I challenge you to journal. My obstacle is challenge, and I'll relight it by action. For 7 days, reflect. What storm will I transform today? Right? My doubt is obstacle, and I beam action. Right? My failure is obstacle, and I beam action. Right? My rejection is obstacle, and I beam action. Right? My adversity is obstacle, and I beam action. Right? My fear is obstacle, and I beam action. Right? My setback is obstacle, and I beam action. Ask, what light will I relight? Share this action in the comments. What storm will you relight? Tag a friend to conquer their storms. Doubt smudges your canvas. My friends, dimming the colors of your potential. It's not caution, it's sabotage. In 1935, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice cleared my smudges. My business shines." His clarity was his ray, his wealth his radiance. I challenge you to clear this smudge, right? My doubt is challenge, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What doubt will I clear today? Journal. My courage is eternal. Share this courage. What smudge will you clear? Like this video to beat doubt. Failure stains your tapestry, my friends, but the 5% wash them into new patterns. It's not defeat, it's redirection. In 1955, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice washed my stains. My chain prospers." Her clarity was her thread, her wealth her fabric. I challenge you to wash this stain, right? My failure is challenge, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What failure will I wash today? Journal. My purpose is boundless. Share this purpose. What stain will you wash? Subscribe to overcome failure. Rejection not your symphony, my friends, but the 5% untangle them into new harmonies. It's not loss, it's growth. In 1975, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice untangled my knots. My legacy glows." His clarity was his note, his wealth his harmony. I challenge you to untangle this knot, right? My rejection is challenge, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What rejection will I untangle today? Journal. My resilience is timeless. Share this resilience. What knot will you untangle? Hit that bell for resilience tips. Adversity grows weeds, my friends, but the 5% uproot them into new blooms. It's not hardship, it's opportunity. In 2005, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice uprooted my weeds. My firm prospers." Her clarity was her seed, her wealth her harvest. I challenge you to uproot this weed, right? My adversity is challenge, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What adversity will I uproot today? Journal. My growth is eternal. Share this growth. What weed will you uproot? Share this video to conquer adversity. Fear brews storms, my friends, but the 5% relight them into new beacons. It's not danger, it's a challenge. In 2025, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice calmed my storms. My empire soars." His clarity was his ray, his wealth his radiance. I challenge you to calm this storm, right? My fear is challenge, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What fear will I calm today? Journal. My courage is eternal. Share this courage. What storm will you relight? Comment below. Let's defeat fear. Face a hard truth, my friends. Ignoring this secret dims your lighthouse, leaving your canvas blank, your river dry, your tapestry unwoven, your symphony silent, your garden barren. In action, let storms of doubt and fear snuff your beacon. In 1925, a worker wrote, "Earl, I waited for wealth, and decades faded. Your words lit me. My store thrives." In 1955, a teacher wrote, "Earl, I ignored my thoughts, and dreams slipped away. Your voice revived me. My school grows." In 1985, a designer wrote, "Earl, I drifted until your wisdom lit my brand." In 2005, a freelancer wrote, "Earl, I dimmed my light until your advice glowed my career." In 2025, a consultant wrote, "Earl, I ignored my beacon until your words lit my empire." The 95% wait for the perfect viral moment, the dream job, the lucky break. The 5% shine today. If you ignore this secret, Your potential fades. Your days blur into regret. Your life becomes a shadow of its promise. But it's never too late, my friends. You hold the light of wealth in your thoughts. I challenge you to journal. I ignored my wealth by habit, but now I'll beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What regret will I avoid today? What shadow will I dispel? What light will I ignite? Add, my delay is habit, and I beam action. Add, my inaction is habit, and I beam action. Ask, what darkness will I transform? Share this action in the comments. What light will you beam? Tag a friend to stop regretting. Regret is an unwoven tapestry, my friends, a silent symphony of missed notes and faded dreams. Every moment you delay dims your lighthouse. Every thought you ignore dries your river. In 1955, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice wove my tapestry. My school prospers. Her clarity was her thread, her wealth her fabric. I challenge you to weave this tapestry. Right, my regret is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What regret will I weave away today? Journal. My tapestry is eternal. Share this tapestry. What regret will you overcome? Like this video to end regret. Delay is a barren garden, my friends, a silent canvas of neglected seeds and withered blooms. Every choice you defer dims your symphony. Every action you avoid unravels your tapestry. In 2005, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice planted my garden. My career blooms. His clarity was his seed. His wealth his harvest. I challenge you to cultivate this garden, right? My delay is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What delay will I plan away today? Journal. My garden is eternal. Share this garden. What delay will you transform? Subscribe to stop delaying. Mist dreams dim your lighthouse, my friends, a silent beacon of unlit rays and faded glows. Every step you skip darkens your canvas. Every vision you ignore silences your symphony. In 2025, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice lit my lighthouse. My empire soars. Her clarity was her ray, her wealth her radiance. I challenge you to light this lighthouse, right? My missed dream is habit, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What dream will I light today? Journal. My lighthouse is eternal. Share this lighthouse. What dream will you ignite? Comment below. Let's chase dreams. My friends, you stand at the edge of a radiant lighthouse, your heart pulsing with possibility, your mind a blazing beacon, your soul burning for wealth. Behind you lies the path of the 95%. Fear, scarcity, inaction, their lighthouses dim, their rivers dry, their tapestries unwoven, their symphonies silent, their gardens barren. Before you lies the path of the 5%. Abundance, clarity, action, their lighthouses blazing, their rivers flowing, their tapestries vibrant, their symphonies eternal, their gardens blooming. The secret to wealth is yours, a wealth-conscious mindset, beaming thoughts of abundance, crafting goals, igniting action, and giving thanks for the masterpiece. This one secret made billionaires. Will you use it? Let me share 48 stories. In 1925, an artist wrote, Earl, I thought small. Your words beamed abundance. My gallery thrives. In 1935, a writer wrote, Earl, I feared risk. Your advice lit my books. In 1945, a mechanic wrote, Earl, visualization grew my shop. In 1955, an educator wrote, Earl, gratitude built my school. In 1965, a chef wrote, Earl, my goals grew my restaurants. In 1975, a scientist wrote, Earl, clarity lit my lab. In 1985, an activist wrote, Earl, purpose fueled my movement. In 1995, a consultant wrote, Earl, resilience grew my firm. In 2005, a designer wrote, Earl, connection lit my brand. In 2015, a coach wrote, Earl, reflection shaped my practice. In 2020, a mentor wrote, Earl, vision grew my legacy. In 2025, a visionary wrote, Earl, courage lit my mission. In 2025, a leader wrote, Earl, faith grew my empire. In 2025, a founder wrote, Earl, clarity lit my startup. In 1925, a worker wrote, Earl, my thoughts wove my shop. In 1935, a parent wrote, Earl, my clarity built my family. In 1945, an artist wrote, Earl, my dreams grew my gallery. In 1955, a writer wrote, Earl, my vision lit my books. In 1965, a mechanic wrote, Earl, my clarity built my chain. In 1975, an educator wrote, Earl, my purpose grew my school. In 1985, a chef wrote, Earl, my thoughts lit my restaurants. In 1995, a scientist wrote, Earl, my goals built my research. In 2005, an activist wrote, Earl, my vision fueled my movement. In 2015, a mechanic wrote, Earl, my dreams grew my shop. In 1935, a nurse wrote, Earl, my thoughts build my clinic. In 1955, a chef wrote, Earl, my vision grew my restaurant. In 1975, a designer wrote, Earl, my clarity lit my brand. In 1995, a consultant wrote, Earl, my purpose grew my firm. In 1925, a shopkeeper wrote, Earl, my thoughts lit my store. In 1945, a teacher wrote, Earl, my clarity built my school. In 1965, a designer wrote, Earl, my vision grew my brand. In 1935, a clerk wrote, Earl, my thoughts launched my business. In 1955, a chef wrote, Earl, my goals grew my chain. In 1975, a parent wrote, Earl, my clarity built my family. In 1995, an entrepreneur wrote, Earl, my vision lit my firm. In 1935, a worker wrote, Earl, my thoughts lit my store. In 1955, a teacher wrote, Earl, my clarity built my school. In 1975, a freelancer wrote, Earl, my vision lit my career. In 1995, a coach wrote, Earl, my thoughts grew my practice. In 1925, a driver wrote, Earl, my clarity lit my fleet. In 1945, a scientist wrote, Earl, my vision grew my lab. In 1965, an educator wrote, Earl, my purpose lit my school. In 1935, a baker wrote, Earl, my thoughts grew my bakery. In 1955, a tailor wrote, Earl, my clarity lit my shop. In 1975, a consultant wrote, Earl, my vision grew my firm. In 1995, an artist wrote, Earl, my thoughts lit my art. In 2005, a coach wrote, Earl, my clarity grew my practice. In 2015, a parent wrote, Earl, my vision lit my legacy. Consider Coco Chanel, who beamed elegance. Her fashion empire redefined style. Warren Buffett wove wisdom. His investments shaped markets. Sarah Blakely planted innovation. Spanx transformed fashion. Kevin Systrom composed connection. Instagram linked billions. Rihanna orchestrated creativity. Finney reshaped beauty. Jensen Huang led innovation. NVIDIA drives AI. Selena Gomez wove authenticity. Her brand inspires millions. These join Ford, Carnegie, Winfrey, Jobs, Walker, Kroc, Lauder, Ma, Wanamaker, Walton Huffington, Sistrom, John Field, Camprad, Wampage, Williams, Hastings Sears, Rowling, Cuban Swift, Mr. Beast, Pachai Wolf Herd, Astor Rubinstein Dell, Hastings Gates Chesky. Start tonight, my friends. Find a quiet space, your beacon of clarity. Light a candle, grab a journal, and begin. Write one wealth goal. My wealth is dream. Visualize it vividly. See your startup, freedom, impact. Read a page of Think and Grow Rich. Note 5 gratitudes. Take one action. Save $1. DM a mentor. Post a plan on X. For 240 days, follow this with 8 phases. Days 1 to 30. Build routine. Journal. Visualize. Read. Reflect. Note. My lighthouse beams wealth. Milestone. Sharper focus. First savings. Days 31 to 60. Deepen clarity. Set goals. Connect. Give thanks. Write. My radiance glows. Milestone. Small wins. New relationships. Days 61 to 90. Master action. Act daily. Take risks. Serve. Note. My wealth is eternal. Milestone. Visible progress. Blazing lighthouse. Days 91 to 120. Craft legacy. Mentor others. Refine purpose. Celebrate growth. Write. My legacy is timeless. Milestone. Lasting impact. Vibrant tapestry. Days 121 to 150. Expand vision. Innovate. Collaborate. Give generously. Note. My vision is infinite. Milestone. Scalable impact. Blooming garden. Days 151 to 180. Transcend limits. Teach others. Live intentionally. Beam abundance. Write. My destiny is radiant. Milestone. Eternal legacy. Shining symphony. Days 181 to 210. Amplify influence. Share your story. Inspire millions. Go viral. Note. My influence is boundless. Milestone. Global reach. Radiant lighthouse. Days 211 to 240. Master eternity. Live your purpose. Give relentlessly. Shine forever. Write. My wealth is everlasting. Milestone. Immortal impact. Eternal beacon. Write. My routine is habits. My goal is dream. My legacy is impact. For 7 days. Add one step. Reflect. What light did I beam today? What glow did I cast? What radiance did I ignite? What beacon did I shine? After 30 days, right? My wealth grows because I beamed action. After 60 days, note. My legacy is boundless because I beamed action. After 90 days, journal. My lighthouse is eternal because I beamed action. After 120 days, reflect. My destiny is infinite because I beamed action. After 150 days, right? My vision is radiant because I beamed action. After 180 days, note. My influence is boundless because I beamed action. After 210 days, journal. My purpose is everlasting because I beamed action. After 240 days, reflect. My wealth is eternal because I beamed action. Your wealth is unlit, but you hold the beacon. Change your thoughts. Change your life. That's how you join the 5%. Your prosperity is an eternal canvas, my friends, a radiant lighthouse where each thought is a ray, each action a glow. Every choice strengthens this canvas. Each reflection deepens its radiance. In 2020, a listener wrote, Earl, your voice painted my canvas. My movement thrives. His clarity was his ray, his wealth, his radiance. I challenge you to paint this canvas. Right? My prosperity is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What prosperity will I paint today? Journal. My canvas is eternal. Share this canvas. What prosperity will you paint? Like this video for eternal wealth. Your impact is a timeless river, my friends, a radiant stream where each thought is a current, each action a tide. Every purpose fuels this flow. Each impact elevates its glow. In 1995, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice channeled my river. My brand shines." Her clarity was her current, her wealth her tide. I challenge you to channel this river. Right? My impact is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What impact will I flow today? Journal. My river is boundless. Share this river. What impact will you channel? Subscribe for impact-driven tips. Your legacy is a boundless tapestry, my friends, a radiant fabric where each thought is a thread, each action a design. Every reflection crafts this loom. Each dream shapes its eternity. In 1985, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice wove my legacy. My movement prospers." His clarity was his thread, his wealth his fabric. I challenge you to weave this tapestry, right? My legacy is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What legacy will I weave today? Journal. My tapestry is timeless. Share this tapestry. What legacy will you weave? Hit that bell for legacy hacks. Your wealth is an infinite symphony, my friends, a radiant harmony where each thought is a note, each action a melody. Every purpose orchestrates this music. Each vision shapes its eternity. In 2005, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice composed my wealth. My firm soars." Her clarity was her note, her wealth her harmony. I challenge you to compose this symphony, right? My wealth is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What wealth will I compose today? Journal. My symphony is infinite. Share this symphony. What wealth will you play? Share this video for wealth vibes. Your purpose is an everlasting garden, my friends, a radiant bloom where each thought is a seed, each action a flower. Every reflection nurtures this garden. Each dream shapes its eternity. In 2015, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice planted my purpose. My legacy prospers." His clarity was his seed, his wealth his harvest. I challenge you to cultivate this garden, right? My purpose is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What purpose will I plant today? Journal. My garden is everlasting. Share this garden. What purpose will you sow? Comment below. Let's grow purpose. Your destiny is a radiant lighthouse, my friends, a blazing beacon where each thought is a ray, each action a glow. Every purpose fuels this lighthouse. Each vision shapes its eternity. In 2025, a listener wrote, "Earl, your voice lit my destiny. My empire soars." Her clarity was her ray, her wealth her radiance. I challenge you to shine this lighthouse, right? My destiny is dream, and I beam action. For 7 days, reflect. What destiny will I shine today? Journal. My lighthouse is radiant. Share this lighthouse. What destiny will you ignite? Like this video to shine your destiny. If you truly wish to become wealthy, start with your thoughts. Your life will always follow the direction of your dominant thinking. Change your thoughts, and you'll change your wealth. The secret is yours. Will you shine it? I challenge you to begin tonight. Right. My wealth begins with thought. Share your first light in the comments. What thought will you beam? Tag a friend, smash the like button, and subscribe to light up your life. Change your thoughts, my friends, and watch your wealth become a lighthouse eternal.